We lost some absolutely historic things from the world of gaming over the last couple of days. Two things that have been around for as long as we can remember and whose legacy will be forever ingrained in what made gaming cool in the eyes of so many. True trailblazers in the lineage of what it meant to be a gamer. Now they're gone. One, an exclusivity once held by only those who could achieve its greatness through hard work and sacrifice. The other, a famous character who finally had their number called to take the long, confusing ride up the escalator to gaming heaven. Ooh! We take this TUGS to mourn these fallen soldiers. Here we go.
Here we go!
No, you fucking cuck!
Peggy 18.
Hello and welcome to Party Time, where the clickbait is the same, but with more gaming and less Marvel and DC news.
Thank God.
Yeah, so be sure to check out our first ever live stream tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, where we will be playing games that are so offensive, they're sure to land us on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. But let's get right into the news, because we have to talk about that gaming character who was ruthlessly murdered right before our very eyes, and it's all your fault. You savages.
You know their names. You've grown up with them. They are classics. Wheelbarrow, Top Hat, Cat, Dog, Shoe, Race Car, Battleship, and Thimble. They've been around forever. Longer even than most of your parents and grandparents.
Hey, don't forget about Iron.
A relic of the past. They are a staple of not only gaming, but also the tools necessary to teach multiple generations about capitalism and its many benefits. Obviously, we're talking about Monopoly, and just recently, the company who owns Monopoly thought it was time for an upgrade, even though they could never kill off one of their most prized characters. So that's why they turned to you, the public, to vote for which of these treasured icons should be killed off. Because the American public could never fuck up and accidentally vote incorrectly, right?
Never. Just this week, we got our answer, and we hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Rawr.
But Monopoly has killed off the race car.
No!
Just kidding. Everyone loves the race car.
That's right.
They're killing off the thimble because only poor people and Mennonites sew with their hands anymore. We have machines for that shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, wheelbarrows and top hats are still extremely relevant, though. So they're safe for now.
Yeah.
But you can bet that Hasbro is going to be brainstorming new tokens to replace all these classic pieces with, and since democracy has a solid track record, they're also going to let you choose the replacement out of options like, I don't know, hashtags, emojis, and a rubber duck.
What's the difference between a rubber duck and a real one, I guess, when it's talking about a little token?
Yeah, if it's not raining out of rubber, it's not a rubber duck. It's a metal duck.
It's a metal duck.
Tin duck.
Anyways, of course, this is all going to eventually fail, and Monopoly will be forced to go back to their classic edition, because if people want something different, they'll just buy those. There's like 1,000 themed editions that exist. I have the Office Monopoly. Remember that show?
Yeah.
I bought it at the height of that show.
That's what she said.
And that's, yes, and that way I can play as Dwight's stapler.
Oh,
it's a fun,
God.
It's a fun thing to play. So anyways, let's move on to the other elephant in the room. The once sterling legacy of one of the greatest expos on Earth, E3. In recent years, mostly due to the presence of pseudo-journalists and professional complainers like us, E3 has already become insufferable. And that's all before publishers started pulling their exhibitions off of the showroom floor.
Yeah, I mean, we called this move for the past 2 years as interest in E3 suffered in all aspects. Real journalists hated it because of all the fucking vloggers running around talking about how cool it is to pose in front of a plastic Pip-Boy. I told him I worked at GameStop as the manager, but I actually just visit a GameStop occasionally.
Anyways, subscribe to my channel.
We hated it because there was no reason to be there and cover anything, considering it all happens live on platforms like Twitch and YouTube. Gaming companies hated it because they were spending all their money when they could save thousands by getting Funhouse to play their games instead of creating huge elaborate displays.
Yeah.
And gaming fans hated it because it was exclusive. Things like the internet and events like PAX made E3 a relic of a bygone era.
Just like that damn thimble.
So they had to change.
Just like that damn hashtag.
They had to become what they hated.
Yes.
A rubber duck. Just kidding. They had to become a place where any schmuck off the street could come inside and get their greasy booger-eating hands all over the latest demos and then shuffle off to the hallways where they could plug their Nintendo devices into the wall and take up vital walking space. E3 has gone public.
Oh, shit. Now this, of course, is great news for us because we despise E3, and it's just another reason for us to avoid it. Especially since this is the first year it's going to be public. They're bound to fuck something up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad. But what choice did they have? If they kept it exclusive, publishers would continue to back out until the whole thing became unsustainable. Now it's just gonna be an LA version of PAX, which isn't a bad thing. We love PAX, but we like the way that PAX runs their show. E3 has yet to prove whether or not they can do a fan-based expo correctly or not. E3 for us will simply remain an excuse to head downtown and drink for free on some other company's tab. So I guess it's not all bad.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Still get those sweet, sweet invites for drinks, right, Shibs?
No.
What?
Yes.
10 out of 10 if they give us free drinks.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We're ethical.
Yes.
Yeah, and ethics pays off.
We don't give good reviews for access. We give good reviews for alcohol.
Yeah.
It's as ethical as any other outlet.
Yeah. It's totally ethical.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect our judgment at all. Anyway.
Well, when we're drunk, it does.
No, it doesn't, and I can drive a car
Just fine.
just fine.
Yeah.
And
I build up what they call a tolerance.
and give me my fucking keys back or I'll fucking punch you in the face.
And then she chugs
bitch.
more Fireball.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you what is bad, though. That damn Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, not the Nintendo Switch itself this time, although we still think that you're hyping it up too much in your heads, and you will eventually be disappointed by it. Now, this time we're talking about the game that everyone's hyped up on and the reason that most people will be buying this new console for. Zelda Breath of the Wild.
It stinks. Whew, that breath.
Put a mint in that Breath of the Wild. Have you assumed that out of the...
Damn, girl, your breath wild. What you doing now?
If you assumed that out of the kindness of their hearts, Nintendo would be releasing this game as one solid story without forcing you to pay up for even more content down the line, we're sorry to break your little 8-bit hearts, but you are dead wrong.
That's true. Zelda Breath of the Stank-Ass Wild will include DLC, and they will charge you for it. To be fair, since we're so ethical, the price is pretty low compared to other DLCs out there, but it's still going to run you an extra $20 for the expansion pass.
$20? I could buy like 8 games on Steam for $20.
Anyways, that means they'll probably end up charging you more if you wait until the DLC is actually released to actually make sure that you want it. But so far, they've announced that it will include 2 packs, which are described as follows by Engadget. Pack 1 will add a new Cave of Trials and hard difficulty setting.
Content.
We made the hard mode. Please give us money. As well as an intriguing additional map feature. Okay. Pack 2 will add not only a new original story, but also a new dungeon and, quote, additional challenges. So if you want to be up to date on the canon of Zelda, you're going to have to pay for this DLC.
Again, we are patiently waiting to see just how quickly fans of Nintendo adapt to this console more than the games themselves, which we assume probably will be fine.
Yeah.
Will we actually see a large amount of people using this portable console, aka tablet, out and about? Or are they
No.
going to be too afraid of people like us slapping it out of their hands
Yeah.
and calling them nerds and then pulling their pants down?
Yeah. That's what we do.
And
This 30-year-old man just pantsed me. Dork.
will the disturbing lack of launch titles cause returns on an otherwise decent product? We'll be sure to judge it more harshly than it could ever deserve because gaming journalism isn't just serious, it's life or death.
Yeah.
Even Kezi here, die-hard Nintendo fan, she said she actually felt the thing in her hands and it felt like garbage. Like
I think you're saying you're giving it a harsher tone.
it
than
was
she-
like aluminum foil.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of killing myself, though, I could not believe that I was this close to jumping out of our office window the other day, but boy, am I glad I didn't. One, because it's like a 5-foot drop, so it would have been a terrible way to end it all. And 2, because they are finally releasing the remastered versions of the Crash Bandicoot games.
Whoa.
And this week, we finally got a release date.
Finally, a bit of good news.
February 15th, 1992.
The trilogy of remastered games, which features new lighting, new animations, new cinematics that I hear are 4K compatible, and a fully remastered soundtrack. Everyone's always bumping that Bandicoot soundtrack, but it sounds like shit on cassette.
Yeah.
They've entered the digital age now.
Yeah. I can't play it on my Pono player.
I wonder if Title's gonna have this one.
Oh, I bet.
It's gonna be an exclusive. It'll come all bundled together for just bungled together.
I think for they don't sell bundles anymore. They sell grundles.
This new trilogy grundle is coming together for a price of just $40. Okay, that's double the price of the Zelda DLC for triple the games.
3 games.
Yeah, and a soundtrack. And that is going to be released on June 30th of this year, if you can believe that. Finally, guys, like we said, just a bit of good news in an otherwise just depressing news cycle. But that's not all the good news that we have for you this week, because even though we're on a completely different channel now, our boy Shibby is still here to give you an honest, well thought out, and level-headed review of this week's hottest title. Come on in here, Shibs.
Yeah, he stowed away in our luggage, and we can't just send him back.
Oh, he broke out of his chains, though.
I'm here. Oh,
Are you gonna be able to read with those sunglasses on?
I don't know where my gunners are, so I got these bad boys.
Uh-oh.
All right, TUGS boys and TUGS girls. This week I'm reviewing the most controversial game of the year. The game I'm most conflicted about because it brings out such emotions of feeling so good. Like when you power up a newly built computer and everything just works. I'm sure Ricky and Elliot know that feeling.
Nope.
To the worst of feelings, like stubbing your toe as you hear the doorbell ring because the guy from Pizza is here with a large meat lovers promo code Shibby for 5% off.
Is that true?
Try it.
I like how you just said pizza, too. The man from Pizza is here. Try it. Try pizza.com. Promo code Shibby.
Anyways,
proves that one.
I am reviewing For Honor. I've gotten countless tweets and DMs.
What the fuck is it?
What? Ferrari the car?
Shut up!
Farah!
Silence! Asking me to review For Honor because I'm the only ethical.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
What the fuck? Because I'm the only ethical games reviewer left. The pockets over at IGN have been finally lined by Nintendo and Activision, while ours here finally lined by you guys buying our ETC part-time merch. Potato, potato.
There's already a shirt up.
For Honor
Nice. Overruled.
could possibly be the worst game of the year because I'm so bad.
It's only February, though. So
I don't like fighting games other than Smash Brothers, yet for some reason, For Honor is really hitting the spot for me.
would
And
you stop saying it like that? For Honor.
the spot
For Honor.
I'm talking about the spot I'm talking about is between the Gooch and the Grundle. Bah, Chibby.
Woo!
Everyone in the PC community is so mad in the peer-to-peer connection, and the classes are overpowered and those fucking weebs. Whoa! Sure, I agree that the peer-to-peer connection is disappointing instead of a dedicated server, but I'm sure that Ubisoft is aware of this given the criticism and the player base growth. It will get better. Sure, there are some stronger classes than others. However, they're already discussing balance changes this quickly in, which is great. For Honor
Nice. Thank you.
is like chivalry, but it's not just spamming heavy attacks. It takes patience, knowing counters, map positioning. To me, it's more interesting just a single play in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Look, I don't agree with the pricing structure.
Is that your new catchphrase? Look.
Look, I don't agree with the pricing structure, and I do think it could have came out at a lower price point because it is a new IP. You want people to buy in and feel good that they got a good value. Anyways, having a season pass straight away is also a bit disheartening. Same with in-store microtransactions. Basically, those microtransactions are just cosmetic, which is good. Once again, I am not a huge fan of this price point. However, this just seems how AAA titles are. Overall, For Honor. Okay, I'll try again this one more time. Is a game I'm very conflicted about because I am enjoying the mechanics, the different classes, and the overall gameplay experience. Join the bold knights, the dirty heathens, or the fucking weeps. It's up to you. If the connection issues get fixed and you are a player who actually wants to improve your fighting game skills in a fighting game, you will like For Honor. I must rate this title 2 out of 3 attacks on Titan.
That's fucking way too high. How are you gonna come on here?
He said it was the worst game of the year.
How are you gonna come on here on the first episode on the new channel and give something a score that isn't 0.
Didn't seem ethical to me.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty ethical. I would know.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of ethics before. I know all about ethics.
I studied ethics in high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for joining us on our new channel. We're sorry to disappoint you, but you know what? It might get better or worse. Who knows? Watch our live stream. Also, we have an episode of Quiplash up that we played earlier this year, and then we'll fill in that other blank space when the new one is uploaded. So enjoy. Go to etcmerch.com. We have a party time shirt up already, so you can help fund this channel so that it doesn't get shut down, because this is a real make it or break it channel. It's either gonna survive or we're going to delete it.
The power is yours.
Watch time.